Hello friends, myself Dr. Kirti Sriram Kulkarni and I am from Gokhale Education Society's Arts, Commerce and Science College, Jawar. I welcome you all for the SYBSc Chemistry Paper 3 Unit 2 Classical Method of Analysis lecture. So friends, so far now we have discussed about the different classical method of analysis. In this we have started with the first method, that is volumetric analysis. So far now we have discussed that what type of titrations are actually carried out during volumetric analysis. So they were precipitation titration, redox titration, then neutralization titration and complexometric titration. Then we have also discussed about the various indicators which are used during this type of titration. So in our last lecture we have discussed about the very first method, that is neutralization or acid base titration, where we have seen that the indicator which we use should be pH sensitive. Okay, so whatever indicator you use during acid base titration, the indicator must be pH sensitive, means it should be sensitive to the change in hydrogen ion concentration, because we all know that whenever there is reaction of acid and base, what happens? There is change in hydrogen ion concentration, and near the equivalence point there is a rapid change in hydrogen ion concentration or pH. Therefore, whatever indicator you use, it should be sensitive to pH, means as the pH changes it should show you the color change. Okay, then this type of indicator like phenolphthalein and methyl orange can be used during acid base titration. Then the second one we have discussed about redox titration, where the potential of the system changes. Okay, so during that case you should use the indicator which is what, sensitive to the electron transfer, or we can say potential of the system. So electron transfer means during the titration one species will undergo oxidation, that is loss of electron, and one species means the another species will undergo reduction, that is gain of electron. So during this overall process there is transfer of electron and it is rapid towards the equivalence point. So whatever indicator is there, it should be also sensitive to the electron transfer, means जैसे ही ये electron transfer होगा, that indicator should also accept that electron and it should show the color change. Okay, so here that indicator should be also sensitive to the electron transfer. It should be capable of accepting and donating the electron, then only it can show the exact color change near the equivalence point. And if it shows color change, then only we can come to know that our reaction is completed or our titration is completed. So in this case your indicator should be sensitive to the electron transfer. Then the third type we have discussed about precipitation titration. So in last lecture I have explained you that when precipitate is formed, there is formation of layer of indicator on the surface of your precipitation, and it is not a chemical reaction, it is just absorption, or adsorption means surface type of reaction take place. So we have taken the example of AgNO3. Okay, we all know that during titration of precipitation type, always you have to use silver nitrate as a titrant. That means we have to fill it in a burette and then you have to titrate the halides, that is chlorine, bromine, iodine. This type of halides can be titrated using precipitation titration. So what will happen when you take the chloride ion in your conical flask, you start adding silver nitrate from the burette. Okay, so initially in your conical flask there is indicator and your chloride ions. Okay, so there is formation of primary layer of precipitate. As soon as you add silver nitrate in your conical flask, there will be formation of AgCl. Okay, और ये AgCl का जो लेयर होगा प्राइमरी लेयर, उसके ऊपर कौन सा लेयर आएगा, Cl माइनस, बिकॉज इन योर कोनिकल फ्लास्क इट इज़ इन एक्सेस. So this primary layer is of Cl minus ion. After completion of reaction, ये सारे Cl minus ions will be replaced by Ag plus, क्योंकि आप AgNO3 burette से ऐड कर रहे हो. Okay, so therefore there will be layer of Ag plus. So now there will be layer of AgCl, that is your precipitate, and on the surface of that there will be layer of Ag plus. अभी ये Ag plus क्या करेंगे, they will attract the indicator ion, and we have seen that we add HF, okay, fluorescein type of indicator which is weak acid HF. तो ये जो fluoride ions है they will be attracted toward the layer of Ag plus ions, and there will be formation of an aggregate which is violet in color. Okay, so here you will come to know that the reaction is completed. So there will be a layer of AgCl, Ag plus and F minus. So this has dark violet color, and there will be reaction ends and you will get the color change. So far now we have discussed about in our last lecture. So today we will see the fourth and the last one method, that is your reaction of complexometric titration. So here the indicator which you use in complexometric titrations are also called as metal ion indicators. Okay, the indicator which you use in complexometric titrations are called as metal ion indicator. So they are also known as metallochrome indicator. Okay, metal you know all, and chrome means color. Okay, so whenever they come into contact with metal they will show you a particular color, and therefore we call them as metallochrome indicators. Okay, so mostly they are used in titration of EDTA, that we all know that EDTA means ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid. Okay, so EDTA is filled in burette, okay, and the indicator is taken in your conical flask along with the metals whose concentration is to be determined. Okay, so here what you have to do, you have to fill the burette with EDTA, and in your conical flask you have to take the metal ion whose concentration is to be determined along with your indicator. Okay, तो indicator पहले सबसे पहले क्या करेगा, it will form a bond with your metal ion, right, क्योंकि आप indicator कहाँ पे ऐड कर रहे हो, you are adding in conical flask, और conical flask में कौन है, the metal ions whose concentration you have to find out. Okay, उनका टाइट्रेशन करके उसका concentration हमें मालूम करना है. तो first the metal will form bond with indicator, and thus metal indicator complex is formed. Okay, so this indicator should show you sharp color change near the end point. Okay, तो ये जो indicators है metal ion indicators और metallochrome indicators, what should be their property, they should show sharp color change near the end point. The color change should be selective when different metal ions are titrated. मतलब हर एक मेटल के लिए, जैसे निकेल है, कॉपर है, ओके, उनके लिए सेम कलर नहीं होना चाहिए. दैट इंडिकेटर शुड शो डिफरेंट कलर फॉर डिफरेंट मेटल. वी ऑल नो दैट मेटल कॉम्प्लेक्सेस आर ऑल्सो ऑफ डिफरेंट कलर, राइट. तो ये इंडिकेटर भी कैसा होना चाहिए, दैट इट शुड शो डिफरेंट कलर फॉर डिफरेंट मेटल. सो दैट इज कॉल्ड एज सिलेक्टिव. सिलेक्टिव मतलब क्या, जैसे हम लोगों को कोई पर्टिकुलर कलर अच्छा लगता है फॉर आवर ड्रेस, ओके, फॉर आवर शर्ट, सो वी कैन से दैट आई एम सिलेक्टिव फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर कलर. like suppose you like red color, means you are selective to red color. So similarly your indicator should be also selective when different metal ions are titrated. अलग अलग मेटल के लिए it should show अलग अलग color, right. Now the next very important point, the metal EDTA complex must be more stable than the metal indicator complex. Okay, ये लाइन बहुत important है. इसका मीनिंग क्या है, मैंने अभी बताया, इन योर कोनिकल फ्लास्क देयर इज मेटल इंडिकेटर कॉम्प्लेक्स. ओके, लेकिन जैसे जैसे आप EDTA ऐड कर रहे हो, कहाँ से, फ्रॉम योर ब्यूरेट, क्या होना चाहिए, मेटल इंडिकेटर बॉन्ड ब्रेक होना चाहिए. ओके, अगर वो ब्रेक नहीं होगा तो मेटल EDTA बॉन्ड कैसे बनेगा, नहीं बनेगा, और वो नहीं बनेगा तो हमारा इंडिकेटर फ्री नहीं होगा. एंड व्हाट इज़ द प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ इंडिकेटर, that indicator always show different color when it is free. Okay, सो कॉम्प्लेक्स में जो इंडिकेटर है उसका और आपका जो मेटल आयन इंडिकेटर है उसका कलर डिफरेंट होना चाहिए. ओके, सो नाउ व्हाट इज द प्रॉपर्टी दैट योर free indicator and complex with metal should have different color. So whenever you are adding your EDTA from the burette, it should start forming a bond. Okay, it should start forming a bond and your EDTA bond is more stable than your indicator bond. Okay, so see the reaction here. metal indicator पहले कहाँ पे है? in your conical flask. उसमें आप क्या ऐड कर रहे हो? EDTA from your burette. So after that what will happen? metal EDTA bond बन जाएगा and indicator will set free. Okay, so see the first line again. more stable than the metal indicator complex as the free indicator shows exact color change. मतलब अभी आप ये रिएक्शन में देख सकते हो इनिशियली क्या है, मेटल और इंडिकेटर का बॉन्ड बना है. ओके, तो इसका कलर डिफरेंट होगा. व्हेन यू ऐड EDTA इन दैट व्हाट विल हैपन? मेटल EDTA बन जाएगा और इंडिकेटर क्या होगा? फ्री. तो ये जो इंडिकेटर अभी फ्री हुआ है इसका कलर क्या होगा? डिफरेंट. सो देन यू विल कम टू नो दैट देयर इज कलर चेंज, राइट? सो metal EDTA bond should be more stable than metal indicator bond. Remember this thing. Okay, next point, the color of free indicator must be distinguishable. Distinguishable मतलब पहले मेटल के साथ जो बॉन्ड बनाया था उसका कलर एंड व्हेन इट सेट्स फ्री. सी आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हो, यहाँ पे क्या हुआ है? मेटल इंडिकेटर बॉन्ड था और यहाँ पे क्या है? सिर्फ आपका इंडिकेटर है. तो ये दोनों का जो कलर है इट शुड बी डिफरेंट फ्रॉम ईच अदर. ओके, सो इट शुड बी डिस्टिंग्विशेबल. डिस्टिंग्विशेबल मतलब इट शुड बी डिफरेंट. ओके, देन the color of free indicator should be different from that one. Next one, the indicator must be sensitive to particular pH range where metal ion get titrated. मतलब क्या है कि metal ions are also showing formation of complex at a particular pH range. तो आपका जो ये इंडिकेटर है ये भी कैसा होना चाहिए? It should be sensitive to particular pH range. Along with the metal it should be also sensitive to the pH. Then and then only it will give you perfect color. Okay, and the last one, the metal ion indicator complexes possess atom capable of donation of electron. मतलब ये जो metal ion indicators होते हैं they what they possess the capacity of donation of electron. ओके, सो डोनेशन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन मतलब क्या? एक्सेप्शन ऑफ प्रोटॉन. ओके, निगेटिव चार्ज दे रहे हैं मतलब पॉजिटिव चार्ज ले रहे हैं. सो दस दे एक्सेप्ट प्रोटॉन टू ब्रिंग अबाउट अ कलर चेंज. तो वेन एवर दे डोनेट द इलेक्ट्रॉन दे विल शो पर्टिकुलर कलर चेंज. सो आपको समझ में आ गया? दिस वे आवर मेटल आयन इंडिकेटर शुड बी सिलेक्टिव टू मेटल्स, दे शुड हैव डिस्टिंग्विशेबल कलर and they should be sensitive to metal as also pH. Okay, so these are the property metal ion indicator should possess. Okay, now see here I have made a chart that is list of common metal ion indicator. Okay, so as a metal ion indicator हम लोग क्या क्या यूज़ कर सकते हैं? देखो, इरियोक्रोम ब्लैक टी, कैटेकॉल वायलेट, xylenol orange and phthalene purple. Okay, so these type of indicators are actually available, but out of this we are using most of the time इरियोक्रोम ब्लैक टी. सो देखो ये कौन सी pH रेंज पे काम करता है? 6 to 7. ओके, 6 to 7. सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग आई वांट टू टेल यू दैट वेन एवर यू प्रिपेयर मेटल आयन सोल्यूशन, तो मेटल आयन सोल्यूशन बनाते वक्त यू हैव टू ऐड अ स्मॉल अमाउंट ऑफ एसिड इन दैट. ओके, टू डिजोल्व द मेटल and this way the pH is less than 7. okay, acidic pH. okay, तो वो हमेशा 7 से कम होगी. इसीलिए in most of the cases the indicators which are active pH less than 7 are used. okay, so इरियोक्रोम ब्लैक टी is perfect for this and therefore mostly we use the same. then what is the color change? red to blue. अभी ये क्या है? red is the color where मेटल इज़ इन कॉन्टैक्ट विथ इंडिकेटर. ये देखो यहाँ पे मैंने जो बनाया था metal is in contact with indicator, that color is red. And when the indicator sets free, जैसे metal EDTA bond बन गया और indicator free हो गया, then that color is blue. Okay, so that color change is from red to blue. और यहाँ पे हम लोग कौन कौन से मेटल टाइट्रेट कर सकते हैं? मैग्नीशियम, जिंक, कैडमियम, etc. and strontium. So these type of metals are titrated using eriochrome black tea. The next indicator is catechol violet. Okay, so here the pH range is various range is shown, that is 1 to 2, 6 to 7 and 8 to 10. See, this has a wide range of pH. तो कलर भी अलग अलग है, रेड टू येलो, येलो टू वॉयलेट एंड वॉयलेट टू red violet. Okay, so here we can titrate various type of metal ions like bismuth, nickel, cobalt, manganese. Okay, in 6 to 7 we can titrate zinc, cadmium and calcium. Okay, in 8 to 10 the color change is not very prominent. देखो violet to red violet मतलब क्या, ज़्यादा distinguishable color change नहीं है. So therefore we are not using this range and therefore no ions are given. Okay, नेक्स्ट वन इज Xylenol orange. इसका pH रेंज क्या है? 5 to 7. Okay, so the metal ion if they have pH change from 5 to 7, this can be used. And what is the color change? When it form complex with metal, it will show you yellow color. Okay, and after end point you will get red color. So you can titrate bismuth, zinc, cadmium and mercury. This type of metal you can titrate. Next indicator, metal ion indicator is phthalene purple. So here also two ranges are there, 6 to 7 and 10 to 11. Okay, so 6 to 7 में आप क्या कलर चेंज मिलता है? कलरलेस टू रोज. ओके, मतलब बहुत डिस्टिंग्विशेबल कलर चेंज है. कलरलेस टू रोज मीन्स रेड कलर. ओके, सो इट in this case you can titrate alkaline earth metals. Okay, and the last one is 10 to 11. Okay, very wide range of pH. So here the color change is again rose to rose. अभी देखो यहाँ पे again distinguishable metal ion नहीं है. So here we can titrate alkaline earth metal, but mostly we don't use this type of range क्योंकि color change हमें ठीक से नहीं मिलने वाला. So in all these indicators most of the time we use eriochrome black tea and we get always red to blue color. Okay, so this is all about the titration indicators used in various types. Okay, so we have discussed in all 4 type of titration indicators which are used, and I hope you have understood the theory behind that. Okay, now in this case we will discuss about the tools which we use in titrimetry. Okay, tools मतलब क्या? glassware. Okay, अभी हम लोगों ने पहले क्या देखा? We have discussed the theory of the titration and we have discussed the indicators which are used in this titration. और indicator हम ये ही क्यों use कर रहे हैं? There is a theory behind that. Okay, so that also we have discussed. अभी हम लोग ये देखेंगे कि वॉल्यूमेट्री करते टाइम कौन से apparatus यूज़ करते हैं. Okay, so see tools of titrimetry and very important part, graduated glassware and calibration. Okay, so see here first, for titration glasswares like burette, pipettes, conical flask and standard volumetric flask are required. Okay, तो ये तो सारे glassware लगते हैं, लेकिन कैसे लगते हैं? They are graduated and calibrated before use. Graduation and calibration मतलब उनके ऊपर मार्किंग किया जाता है. विदाउट मार्किंग दे आर ऑफ नो यूज़. ओके, किसी भी चीज़ पे मार्किंग है तो भी वो यूज़ में आता है. जैसे यू आर इन SYBSE, दिस इज़ ऑल्सो काइंड ऑफ मार्किंग. ओके, नहीं तो आपका क्लास कौन सा होगा आपको पता ही नहीं रहेगा. सिमिलरली ऑन ब्यूरेट, पिपेट, कोनिकल फ्लास्क एंड ऑल्सो वॉल्यूमेट्रिक फ्लास्क देयर इज़ मार्किंग, एंड दैट मार्किंग इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट विच इज़ कॉल्ड एज ग्रेजुएटेड ग्लासवेयर, मतलब उनके ऊपर मार्किंग है. एंड देन व्हाट इज़ कैलिब्रेशन? कैलिब्रेशन मतलब जो मार्किंग किया हुआ है वो एक्यूरेट है कि नहीं. ओके, नहीं तो 1 सेंटीमीटर क्यूब का मार्किंग है और वहाँ पे आप कितना वॉल्यूम ले रहे हो? 1.5. दैट मीन्स दैट मार्किंग इज़ नॉट एक्यूरेट, राइट। या फिर सिंपल थिंग 1 kg का कोई मास है और उसमें आप 1.25 ले रहे हो, ओके, दैट मीन्स मार्किंग इज़ नॉट करेक्ट। सो in graduation the marking is correct, means it is called as calibration. So all your glasswares are first graduated, मतलब marking की जाती है, and then they are also calibrated, means whether that marking is correct or not, that is checked carefully, and then only they are used during your titration. क्योंकि अगर उसका मार्किंग गलत हो गया तो आपका रिजल्ट भी गलत आएगा, and which we don't want. Therefore graduation and calibration is very very important. So during this process various methods are applied for graduation and calibration. तो हम लोग ये देखेंगे कि ये calibration for burette, standard flask and pipette कैसे करते हैं, that we will see in our next lecture. Okay, thank you.